How's it going, guys? Good to see you. We've got Scarecrow here. We've got Wolf. We've got VT. How's Metroid Prime 4? Happy Metroid Prime 4. Wait, yeah, release day. Oh, man. I am so excited. But you know what? I've been thinking, I've been playing through Silksong a second time, and I don't really know what game to play like on my own next, because this is part of the problem with being a streamer, is that every single time. Okay. Hey, it's Bobby. Hi, Bobby. I just realized I have 20,000 points. Well, use them wisely. I have lots and lots and lots of silly things. It is so cold outside today, and it's wet, so it's cold. That makes it even worse. What was I talking about? Oh, after I finished Silksong, like I don't know what to play. I don't know what to play like on like personally, because I feel like I am a happier person and I'm in a better mood if I have like a personal game I'm playing. But every time I start a game, I'm always like, oh man, I should be streaming this. I should totally be streaming this, which means I should probably play something like Expedition 33 or something that I can't stream. And so therefore I'm like, well, I can't stream this one, so I might as well just play it on my own. Hey, Dad Buzz. Okay, listen, it's cold by my standards. And it's Sword Art. Because it's cold, people tend to drink less water due to not sweating and such, so hydrate, please. A couple years ago, I woke up with a really bad headache, and I always drank coffee during winter and practically no water. You know what? That is a really good point. I have to set a timer for when... Oh, I feel like I just do not have it together today. What time is it? Okay, I'm going to set a timer for 45 minutes because that's when Auden gets out of quiet time, and I've got bread rising and ready to go. Like, it's almost ready to go into the oven. I have this, which is not water. But you are right. I think I probably don't drink enough water, and I think I also just have a lot on my mind. A lot on my... Dadbots is in Michigan. He's like, cold, you say. How much snow did you get? Do you guys have snow yet? Ooh, I don't like taking pills with soda. Oh, 6 inches. My opinion shouldn't be your problem, and I failed to keep them to myself. I'm never meaning to suggest you've said something awful. I guess it's just a joke that I don't like. I'm sure there are types of jokes you don't like either, but you'll not catch any guff from me again. Not about that, at least. Like, oh, okay, okay. Hold on. I gotta focus on my different like subjects here. I completely understand that objectifying a person in real life, like a human being, like a real living person, and calling that person a snack or calling that person a chunk of like a hunk of meat or, you know, something like that, that is obviously dehumanizing. But when we're talking about cartoon characters, video game characters, like Cloud Strife, like Chrono, like Hornet, because we all know she's everybody's favorite female in gaming right now, right? It's funny how our favorite female is a bug. You know, cartoon characters and stuff that are most of the time very over exaggerated. When you look at the those Lulu comments, that's true. That's true. It just made me laugh because it wasn't so much that it bothered me. It just made me laugh because that was so not what I thought was going to come out of that short. It was such a surprise to me that that's what people were commenting on. And it was so out of left field because all my YouTube shorts, let's look. All my YouTube shorts have probably around 1,000 to 2,000 views, something like that. And then all of a sudden that short shot up to like 23,000. And I was just so blown away. I was so blown away. Cause it just didn't make sense to me. It was so odd, but I stand by what I said. There is a difference between objectifying and dehumanizing, or objectifying in a dehumanizing way, a real person that is an actual real living person. But it was all just supposed to be in good fun of a highly exaggerated character that had highly exaggerated muscles. And that's the same thing that goes for Cloud Strife and things like that. And so I was simply trying to make a joke. And I do think that there is an absolute distinction between those two things. And so, you know, anyway, but that's neither here nor there, and it's over and whatever. I know water is the best option. I know. I even bought some of that squeezy stuff that you flavor water with. And I used to drink not flavored water. Sparkling water, not flavored water. I mean, it is flavored, but I used to drink sparkling water, but I haven't ordered a lot, but I've been really bad at drinking water. You are right. And the last couple days have, hey, it's Hayes. I'll be totally honest. The last couple days have been nuts. And this is, you know what? No, this is just, I am not going to sit here and play like, oh, my life is hard, because it's the holidays and we're all stressed out. All of us have stress. And I don't like that the holidays make us feel that way, because I feel like the holidays should be enjoyed. But last night, my youth activity was absolutely bananas. It was chaos. We had 2 younger girls in the room with us because their mom thought it was a youth, like a young activity night, but it wasn't. So she just dropped all her kids off and then left. And so I was left babysitting these 2 little girls, which I was not planning on. And my bad, I did not reserve the kitchen and we were making bread. And so I had to move us into another room. So where we had to be like extra careful because we had carpet and everything. And it was crazy. And then I've been getting to bed late because I don't ever get time to like myself during the day to just sit and zen. And so I do that late at night and I shouldn't. But yeah, water under the bridge. So I think the reason those Lulu comments caught me off guard was because I certainly would never want to post anything on my YouTube channel that elicits such a sexual reaction from people, or bring all these sexual comments in. That's not my vibe. That's not what I'm going for. So I was kind of like, oh, that's not what I meant. But at the same time, they're not wrong. Like if you're talking about physics in a game, if you're going to try and make something be realistic, like hair moving, then it's realistic for other things on the body, other parts of the hair and things to move as well. But that's probably why those comments caught me. They made me feel that way, was because I was like, that's not what I was going for with this short. And I don't want other people to see those comments and think that that's what I was going for, because that's not what I was going for. But I can also see why people took it there. I was simply talking about hair, but that's not what you're right. That's not what I want people finding in my comments. So I was like, but I mean, we can all appreciate Chiron. How's it going? I think we can all safely say that we appreciate, really beautifully attractive characters in video games. And are they overly exaggerated? Of course they are. Look at Tifa. I mean, Tifa is like a Barbie, and we all know that Barbie does not have real life measurements. Like if you were to make Barbie in real life, there's no way somebody can actually look like that with her actual measurements and all that stuff. And so, but we can all sit and say, yeah, she's really beautiful, but that doesn't mean we are objectifying women in general. We can look at an exaggerated character and say, wow, she's really pretty, or wow, I wish she was my girlfriend, or whatever. But there's a big difference between doing that with animated characters that are not real and doing that with a real person where you're like, well, I just want you because you're just an object, So those are the two. Stellar Blade. I've never even heard of Stellar Blade. Bobby says, I experienced something pretty similar recently. You mean like in comments or like on a stream, or, hey, it's Lindsay. Oh wait, hospital. Okay. Whew. I was like, please bless that Lindsay is not watching from an actual hospital bed. My mother-in-law's getting her back surgery today. I'm a little on edge because maybe that's why I have a headache. You know what? I also believe that I may be not grinding my teeth, but I think I clench my teeth a lot in the middle of the night, because I find that during the day, I tend to chew on the inside of my lips when I get really, really anxious. I try not to pick at them with my nails, because then I actually can end up pulling skin off, which makes me bleed, and then it looks terrible. And especially on camera, I've noticed that when I have like a red spot on my lip, it shows up like twice as much on camera, weirdly. And so I don't pick as much with my fingers anymore, but I'll oftentimes chew the inside of my cheek or my lips when I get really anxious. And I've tried to realize when I'm doing that, because it gives me these really bad tension headaches. And then by the end of the day, I'm like, man, why does my head hurt? And probably because I'm clenching my jaw a lot and not drinking enough water. Yes, yes. I remember rolling our eyes about Tifa, the swimsuit fan service. Yeah, you've got, I mean, obviously they were clearly trying to deliver what they knew all these gamers, well, a lot of the gamers wanted to see. And I may roll my eyes at that, but like, I get it. And like, whatever, it is what it is. This is an animated character, and this is a character that is totally exaggerated. It isn't real. But obviously, if I were to objectify a real person and then treat them like they are just an object, and obviously that's a problem. Oh, Lindsay has an IV in. Yay, free crackers. So I remember when I was, let's see, when I had my C-section with Charlotte, I remember I didn't know I was getting a C-section. And so I hadn't eaten anything. And so I was starving after they finally took Charlotte out and I was in the recovery room. They hadn't even handed her to me yet. And I was like, I'm so hungry. And they said, well, because you just had, a surgery, we're afraid that you're going to get nauseous. But, P.S. I got nauseous even without eating anything. All they gave me were ice chips and I got nauseous anyway. So it didn't matter. But they were like, we can give you some ice chips. And I was like, oh yes, ice chips sound amazing. Those ice chips were some of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. That was like nectar of the gods. When they like melted in my mouth, they were so good because I was parched and I was so hungry, did not expect surgery. And when I asked for more ice chips, she was like, well, we're trying to, and I was like, knock it off, I'm starving. Like that Chris Farley of the SNL. I was so hungry. And they were like, well, we have crackers. I was like, ugh. I took the crackers though. After I ended up getting nauseous and throwing up anyway, after that, I felt fine. And I was like, okay, it's fine. No, because then you won't be able to put the baby gate back up. Sissy! Can you go get Bubby the masking tape from the kitchen, please? Well, the other problem with here, okay, this is going to sound really, really silly, but I have a hard time. When I see somebody, like if I see like an actor, like somebody that is just like Timothée Chalamet, okay? Timothée Chalamet, I think, is extremely handsome. He's got that like super chiseled jawline. He's very, very handsome. And he's talented. He's really, really talented. But the reality is I would have a hard time being in a relationship with somebody that spends more time in the bathroom getting ready than I do. Especially as a woman. Like if I married a dude that spent more time on his physical appearance than I did. And I mean, I spend a lot of time on my physical. I don't spend that much time on my physical appearance. I don't know, something about that I just feel like, or maybe that doesn't even have anything to do with it. Now that I think about it, whatever. If you want to treat yourself and like do all the things for your skin and everything, great. I respect you for that. But for me, when I look at people that are that out of this world gorgeous, in my opinion, I'm like, man, I feel like I would feel so inadequate because I feel like I'm pretty mediocre most of the time. When I put a lot of effort in, I feel like I can look really nice, but for the most part, I feel like I'm pretty average. And so I would just feel really insecure around somebody that is so stunningly gorgeous. But at the same time, that can be a curse as well for them because it's like, well, that's not their fault that they're really good looking and they were blessed with really great genes and really great looks. And so they have to try and find somebody that is confident enough in themselves that can be with this extra beautiful person, because I would feel like everybody is staring at them everywhere we go, that everyone's staring at them and everybody wants my husband or everybody wants my boyfriend or whatever. Maybe that's an insecurity that's only in my own head. I don't know. I have no idea. I find my husband extremely handsome and I have the biggest crush on him. And I have literally since we met. And I was a little worried when he shaved his head that he was going to look kind of weird, but I actually think it has made him look more put together and handsome to me, especially when he's wearing a suit. When he wears a suit to church, I think he's incredibly handsome. I was a little bit nervous when he shaved his head, but you know, I would say that Ander and I think Ander is extremely handsome, but I don't think either of us look like superstars. But you know what? I am also of the belief that nobody is actually ugly. People are poor. Like, most people can look absolutely unbelievably incredible. You just have to pay for it. You either have to get the right dental work done, you got to get your hair done right, you got to pay for the right skincare, you got to get possibly some treatments on your skin. I really don't believe anybody is just flat out like terrible looking. I think most people that struggle with looks, whether it's hair or it's teeth or whatever, I think it's mostly a money issue, honestly. Because if you had that money and you were able to do all the things that you wanted to do, you'd look like $1 million too. That's why Hollywood stars look the way that they do. It's because they have millions of dollars to pour into their skin, their hair, their faces, their bodies. They can go to the gym every day. They can have private chefs make them food, you know, all that stuff. Of course, anybody that has that kind of lifestyle is going to look like that. If that's your business card, anybody's going to look like that. So I tell people, I don't think anybody's really ugly. I think they're just people that have way less money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's DJ. Auden, you are being really demanding. What do you need? You have scissors in there. They're in your Play-Doh bin. That's where Sissy put it. That's why we fantasize on Hollywood people. They look perfect. It's a dream version of people. I would like to meet and hang out with Zoe Deschanel and Florence Pugh. Sure. Would I be able to date them? Probably not. I mean, who knows? Like, I hope they're nice people. I hope they are. They seem like really nice people. Susie talking about Ander shaving his head, and now I'm imagining Ander with a tall, brightly colored mohawk. Oh my gosh. I can't catch a break. I gotta take my toddler to the bathroom. Hold on. Come on. Be fast. Go. I agree. I feel like when you just go on and on and on about how beautiful somebody, you know what? This reminds me of that scene in Swan Princess when he tells her, "You're all I've ever wanted." And she says, "Thank you, but what else?" And she says something like, "Thank you." And he says, "You're beautiful." And she's, "Thank you." She says, "Thank you, but what else?" And he goes, "What else is there?" I mean, it's just a really superficial way to look at somebody, right? Just because somebody is like, if I have ever seen some guy in my life that's a really attractive looking guy, but he's a jerk, automatically he's not attractive anymore. So like, looks are cool, but like, are you a cool person? We don't know that about celebrities because they're all out of their mind. Like, they all live on different planets. Like, we know this. Last thing. Ugh. Hey, it's Skybird. How's it going, Skybird? I'm sorry. Yeah, he's like, "What else is there?" And she's like, "I can't marry you." Basically, because she's like, "You're a superficial jerk." And he's like, "I don't know what I said." And then his like advisor's like, "You should write a book. How to offend women in 5 syllables or less." Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with thinking somebody is attractive. Obviously, we're human beings and that's part of the package, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But when that is all you focus on, or when that becomes more of a priority than other things, or when that starts to like wedge itself into like, if that becomes the only thing that matters, then you have a problem, right? And, you know, I don't even know who is popular in Hollywood right now. Like, I have no idea. I see these magazines, like sometimes I see magazines, and I know magazines aren't super popular anymore, but sometimes I'll see or I'll see news articles online, and I'm like, I don't know who the heck that person is. I am now of that age where I don't know who any of the up and coming Hollywood people are, because I don't ever go see movies, and because I don't watch reality TV. I don't watch TV, period. And I don't know who anybody is, but I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing Timothy Chalamet and being like, wow, he's a really attractive guy. But once it can become problematic if that's all you think about, or if it becomes an obsession, right? Or if, you become so worried about what you look like that it completely takes over your life and you get all these crazy surgeries and all that stuff. Obviously, I feel like looks do matter for the most part. I think they matter some. But I don't think they should be everything, because like I said, you can be a super beautiful person, but if you're a jerk, automatically you're not attractive anymore. He's also an idiot, given that he almost killed her. Yeah, he was not the smartest prince, but anyway, okay, hopefully I am not needed by my children anymore. This was one of those days where, let me turn my game on. Turn my game on. Honestly, I feel like I've been kind of off today ever since I woke up. And last night, one of my girls one of my young women, she's like 13, and she was really emotional. And I was like, are you okay? Like, she was really high, and then she was crying, and then she was really high, and then she was crying, and then she was super energetic, and then she was crying. And I was like, okay, I'm not super close to her. She doesn't come that often, but I was like, okay, something is clearly going on. Are you okay? And she was like, yes, I'll be fine. Everything's fine. And I was like, okay, all right. And then of course everybody rushed up to her. Oh, are you okay? And I was like, let's give her space. It's okay. She says she's fine. If she doesn't want to talk about it right now, that's fine. I didn't want to draw attention, I didn't want to, because she was obviously kind of trying to hide. So after the activity, I sat down with her and asked her if she was okay. And I said, and she was like, yeah, I'm okay. And I said, is there anything I can do to help? And she goes, well, no, unless you can tell my ex-boyfriend's dad to tell him not to break up with me. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. And what she needed right then was not you're 13. I just wanted to validate. And I was like, I'm really sorry. That's so hard. That's really hard, because I remember heartbreak when I was younger. I remember that. And I remember it hurt so much. And she was like, I've never fallen for anybody as hard as him. And I was like, yeah, I'm really sorry. But then of course, once I got in the car, I was like, you're 13. Hey, it's fun. How are you? And I was like, you have so much time. Why are you even dating right now? 13 is so young. You don't need to date when you're 13. I honestly do blame TikTok and whatnot of giving very unrealistic expectations of romance, because I know that this girl is probably on TikTok all the time. She's in public school, and she probably has these totally wackadoo ideas of what romance really is. And, I feel like social media shows romance as either really great or really bad. And it's one extreme or the other. And there's a lot of muddiness that comes with romance and comes with relationships, because you can't just be with somebody until things are hard and then be like, well, this isn't working, we need to go. If a relationship is going to work and last, then you have to be able to work through things together. And so she's also 13. I have these images of Ariel. Daddy, I love him. It's like, you're 13, you child. No, sorry to hear that, sweetie. Here's the number of a hitman. He's very reliable, and the results are guaranteed to cheer you up. Yeah, we were making bread, and I was like, all right, this is the best part of making bread dough. See, I've got this risen bread dough here, and you got to punch it down. And she was like, can I punch it? I was like, sure. So she came over and punched it, just punch. And I was like, somebody is really mad. But it was so chaotic last night. And I get it. I was a teenage girl at one point as well. And I remember, experiencing heartbreak and all that. And I remember being like, no, I'm never going to meet anybody else that's like that boy ever again. And spoiler, of course you do. There are a lot of people in the world There is not, I don't believe that there is just one person for everyone, because I just don't believe that. There are too many people in this world for there to only be one person for everyone. That's an insane claim. So I knew that she didn't need me to go, sweetheart, like, you don't need to cry because he's like, you're going to meet somebody else. You know, she just needed somebody to listen. She comes from a single family household, single mother household. And so, you know, she doesn't see kids that are in a single family or a single parent household don't see a lot of, well, if they don't have a mom and a dad in the house, like a married couple in the house, or at least a couple that is like functioning, you know, like man and woman or whatever, then they don't see a good example of relationships in their own home, right? If it's just one parent, then it's impossible to see how a good relationship between a married couple is supposed to be, or between partners is supposed to be, right? And so that doesn't surprise me if she's kind of struggling with that. You know what I mean? Like she's for 13 and she has a single mom. So so her idea of romance is coming from social media and movies. Chiron's daughter is 10, and I've already pushed really hard on the idea that social media is stupid and garbage and not worth bothering with. Yeah, I mean, we're not giving Charlotte an internet phone for a really long time, but she is already under the impression that TikTok is like garbage. And I'm not shaming anybody for using TikTok. That's your prerogative. That's fine. I just don't want my daughter using it. I downloaded it at one point because I was trying to use it to help me grow my Twitch channel. And I ended up wasting so much time on it. I never used it for its intended purpose. And I finally was like, this is terrible. This is just like Instagram. This is worse than Instagram for me. So I deleted it and I've never looked back. But some people can have it on their phone and be fine. I just don't want my daughter on it. That's all I'm saying. And obviously, this is just Susie Grace's opinions. Not everybody has to agree with me, but I think it's important for kids to see, you know, positive relationships between two functioning adults that are able to support each other and, you know, like support each other through the good and the bad. You know, kids need to see that. I think we're supposed to go back. This is another one of those situations where I'm not entirely sure what okay, so we got our gate key. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. We're supposed to go find Lavos. That's what we're supposed to do. I was going to go back in time, but that is not true. I don't blame movies for my unrealistic expectations of relationships, but I do blame Disney for the lack of forest creatures cleaning my house and doing my chores. I know, what is up with that, man? Stixel? Stixel's got to pull her weight around here, man. When she climbs up on the couch and then like heaves this giant sigh, I'm like, oh, yeah, you've been working hard? You've been working so hard? As I'm like breaking my back, picking up toys in the family room. I did get the girls to Real Talk with Susie Grace. And next time on Real Talk with Susie Grace, forest animals and foster animals and why they should ban Sarah McLachlan in the arms of an angel. You know, I actually remember reading, or no, I think I saw an article somewhere that Sarah McLachlan was actually very angry that they decided to use her song for that. And I think she actually tried to fight it because it was so not what her message was supposed to be, I think. So what is this secret special place? Also, I learned, I think it was through that same podcast that, or that same YouTube video or something. Hey, it's Twizzlo. That the song okay. We got a sunshine here. It's good to know. The song she sang for Toy Story 2, she did not write. Randy Newman wrote it. I didn't know that. I thought she wrote that song. It sounds like a song she would write. Okay, wait. We're supposed to go check we're supposed to check on Lavos, but like, where did Lavos go? You know what I'm saying? I don't know where he went. It is a mystery. It's a mystery. I don't think we can go anywhere here. cannot. Yeah, When She Loved Me. It's not a Sarah McLachlan original. I thought it was. I thought she wrote it. Randy Newman wrote it. And she was like, in this podcast that she was singing, or that she was talking about, or talking on, she was like, I was a mess. First time I tried to sing it, I couldn't even sing it. I was just a mess. And I was like, what? Rude. And he was like, sorry. But wait, that's where we just were, though. Wasn't that the dino? That was the dino place. Oh, well, you were right. I was supposed to come here. Lavos fast. Deep under earth now. Oh, so this was where Lavos was. This gate was opened by Lavos. He's probably the source of all the gates. What wrong, Chrono? Want fight Lavos? Go here? No? What? Wait a minute. Okay. So what was the message? The message of, what was the message of what? Sarah McLachlan's? I don't remember, but I think she was irritated that they used it somehow. I don't even remember, to be totally honest. I'm probably misspeaking, but. Okay, we're now in 1200 BC. This looks promising. What? I'm digging this music. Sarah McLachlan was literally in the commercial. Oh, maybe I'm remembering wrong then. I don't remember what it was, because you're right. She was in the commercial. She was like sitting there with a dog. Hey, it's Dorian! Best video game ever. All video games since Chrono Trigger were just footnotes to Chrono Trigger. I am enjoying it very, very much. It's very fun. It's very charming. What is this? Is he good? Is he on our side? This is the magic kingdom of Zeal, where dreams can be made reality. You know what? You're right. I don't remember what I don't remember what the story was, but she said something. Maybe, you know what? I probably got swindled. I probably read clickbait, honestly. Where dreams can be made reality, but nothing in this world comes free. There is always a price to be paid. Use your shirt. Grab a shirt out of your drawer and use that. I can't get you a tissue right now, babe. I've already grabbed you so many days. Okay, okay. We owe our prosperity to Her Majesty the Queen. After the king died, she encouraged the development of our kingdom's magical prowess, which has led to great advancements. Right, of course. You are most unusual visitors. Am I waking, or is this but a continuation of my dream? Regardless of that, I welcome you to Zeal. Her Majesty Queen Zeal rules the Magic Kingdom. She is without peer in beauty or grace. We're totally gonna fight her. 100%. Hey, it's DJ BJ! The Game Awards are next Thursday, which means lots of new game announcements. You know what? I feel like... Bye, Lindsay! Thank you so much for being here. And stay safe. I feel like when the Game Awards play, I feel like the only games they announce are M-rated games that I can't stream. You know what I mean? They're all either like scary or The world you see with your eyes may well differ completely from the one I see with mine. There are as many different worlds as there are observers. Never assume that only those things which you can see or touch are real. You know what? That actually makes me question if we see colors the same. Like, we've all been taught what red is, right? And we have all learned what red is, but what if I see red in a different shade as another person? Oh, that's right. Okami too. They do have. That's right. They did announce that. That was very exciting. Now that Silk Song's out, like, what do we even have? Like, what do we even do with ourselves? That's true. They did. They did announce. I do not have Metroid Prime 4 yet. I haven't purchased it yet. I just totally forgot about it today. You know what? I'm going to add that to the list of... Well, no. I would say I would add that to the list of Christmas presents for Ander to get me, because I like having a list and then giving it to Charlotte and being like, have Papa pick something off this list. But like, I'm going to buy that for myself anyway. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe in such things as fate? Well... That's none of your business. I do not believe in fate, no. Yes, it is, isn't it? We are the masters of our own destinies. Speaking of which, I believe there may be a doorway of destiny in this very place. Oh, okay. I believe, you know, we have our own free will, right? That we make choices. Truths exist in dreams, and the world exists in me. This is making my head hurt. I don't understand. You know what? This guy looks important. Welcome to Enhasa, Zeal's city of dreams. We seek enlightenment within the bliss of sleep. You are not of us, are you? He seemed like the head person here, but I don't think he is. What a weird kid. What's wrong with him? Marl, you can't just say things like that to people. What wrong? That animal for eat tastes good? The black winds howl. One among you will shortly perish. I don't like this small child anymore. What? What's that supposed to mean? Chrono, that was kind of creepy, I'll say. Strange boy, but not bad boy. This scares me. What happens if I step on that? Oh, I think it just healed me. Cool. Your perception of color can be affected by a myriad of factors, including what language you speak. You know what? I don't know. It depends on when I get a Switch too, because I'm not getting one just yet. I'm waiting just a little bit. I'm not getting one just yet. But what? Auden was like, you have to wait until Christmas. That would be amazing if I woke up Christmas morning and Ander was like, surprise. But I don't think that's going to happen because that's just not Ander's personality. I am Doreen. What? I'm sorry. The name Doreen does not fit this dancing pig. Seek the hidden path and open the doors of knowledge, each in turn. Oh, we have a shop here. Yeah. You can buy ethers here. Oh, but ethers only do 10 HP. I have so much money. I think I will probably end up getting Metroid Prime 4 just on the regular Switch. It really just depends on when I can get a Switch 2. People have been very kind, and there have been some really, really kind donations, which will basically go toward a Switch 2. But I'm not quite there yet. Rumi's like, I have so much money. Must be nice. Yeah, I'm filthy rich in all my games. I've got lots of rosaries in Silk Song. I've got tons of rupees. Last time I played Zelda, I've got tons of rupees in Tears of the Kingdom. 26,000 gold in this game. Yeah, I'm doing just fine. But... oh, high potions. Yeah. Once double daycare is over, though. That's true. Daycare eats up a lot of cost. Lots of cost. It's like virus roulette. It's awful. Okay, I've got 26 of those. Awesome. So it really just depends. Oh, here's Doreen again. Did we start over? Okay. My sister was saying that the other day she wanted to switch her Disney Dreamlight wallet with her real one. Yeah, that's fair. Or like my Stardew wallet. I've got so much money in Stardew. Oh my gosh. I mean, my old game, I haven't played it in a while, but I'm up there. Wait a minute. What? We just came back down. Hold on. Is this... Then there was the time I told my kiddo she needed to tell Santa what she wants for Christmas. She said Santa already knows. She paused and then said that God probably told Santa because God knows everything. And I thought that was an amazingly astute. I would say so. Oh, land bridge. Does this send you to the same place? Well, this is the problem. Oh no, that sent me somewhere else. Okay. That's a kind of a problem because Auden will be like, well, I want this. And I'll be like, oh, what's that? And she'll be like, Santa can make it. Can Santa make it? What is that? Is that Lavos? Is he What? Is that him? Is he floating? Is he attached by a chain? It looks like he's floating and is attached by a giant chain. I love when kids take the Santa thing to length of logic that the parents aren't prepared for it. I mean, it's totally true. We're like, oh, I mean, yeah. My kid asked why God doesn't just finish all the highway construction already. That's a great question. That is a great question. Why can't it just be done? Why can't we have the microbots like from Big Hero 6 to just finish our construction? Okay, is this a place I can go? No, it is not. Okay. So the land is like uninhabitable. So everybody lives in the sky. I mean, oh, what is that over there? That looks exciting. Kajar, Blackbird, and a castle up on a hill. Small cave. This is the magic city of Kahar. Kahar? We perform research in the magical arts to help further Her Majesty's plans to deliver our kingdom even greater glory. So, how does your Her Majesty lives on top of that big... Oh, wait. Her Majesty lives on top of that big giant... Who is this fellow? I have platinum armor too, but I need Her Majesty's permission to sell it. Huh. That's just the local chain chomp. just vibing. Just vibing out there. Whoa. I've been working to fashion a capsule that will enhance one's magical skill, but my precious products have been disappearing in recent days. It must be that naughty New that took them. There's a New in this game. Hola, mama. They do so love pranks. He's no doubt hidden them all about. How can I work like this? I mean, Oh. That capsule hasn't been completed yet. Too bad, eh? Is this a New? Water summons wind. Wind makes fire dance. I think we need to talk to the queen. Just a hunch. We need to go up the mountain and we need to... The structure you can see deep beneath the waves below is the Ocean Palace. What? A symbol of our queen's greatness. The palace is the beacon of light which will guide us to a brighter future. All praise the great and wondrous Queen Zeal. I didn't see a palace under the ocean, but I was too distracted by the floating giant chunk of rock attached to a chain. Oh, I don't like the music here. Why are you here? All is well with the blackbird, I presume? No! Wait. Oh, I was gonna say that's the queen. What's up? Oh, it's time for you to get out of quiet time. She's like standing at her gate and then she's like, oh, just pushes the gate over. Ocean Palace has best music. Oh, good to know. I like this music of the floating sky cities. Yeah, I don't feel like myself today. It's weird. I don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Okay, Lord Dalton. Have I heard that name before? I'm gonna put my bread in. Okay, so Dalton's a jerk. Those clothes! You must be the ones the prophet said would come to interfere. Oh, okay, there's a prophecy. I think I shall watch for the time being and see how he plays his hand. Not that I suspect he'll tip his cards so easily. Ah! Who is he? And I don't mean like him, that guy. I mean, who is he talking about? Okay. All right. We cannot come here yet. But that music was spooky, and I was not down with the spooky. Is this gonna send us? Oh, okay. Well, that was nice. Not to have to fight a whole bunch of baddies. That was really nice. I was fully expecting to come in and find like bats everywhere. Hola, mama. Is there what? Yeah, there's somebody named New. Just like the little creature in Silk Song. Is he not in this game. I think it's those creatures. The big round creatures. I don't like this music. That's a New. I think that's a New. With the lettuce on his head. Yeah, this music makes me very nervous. Like, it's not scary, but it still is not ideal. Oh, I get it. Perspective. Okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna save first. Can we save here? Yeah, we can. Okay. Let me go check on my bread really fast. I'll be right back. I'm not going to pull up words on stream because It'll take me like 30 seconds. Not ready to put in the oven just yet. Man, I have been up and down out of my chair a lot today. I am sorry, you guys. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Some days just do be like that. Some days are just... There's a lot more, like, demand. Can we just... Oh, dang. I wonder how the guru of life is doing. What are we supposed to do without him? Humans, I tell ya. Right. I want to be the wind, Masa. Oh, you will someday if you try hard enough. Our big sister Doreen went to Inhasa again. Yeah, she likes to dream. I like the wind better than dreams. Whoosh. I love that they're having this conversation while we're just like sitting here in front of them. Totally ignoring us. It's like we come up to them and they just like, it's like I'm facing them and they look at me and then they go, conversation with each other, completely ignore us. That doesn't make any sense. Bread hasn't risen quite enough for me to put it in the oven. One loaf could probably be put in the oven, but I don't want, oh, I see. But I want it to rise just a teeny bit more. The Mammon Machine Chamber. I have so many questions that will probably be answered. Hey, look, this giant red button. This is the font of Zeal's power, the Mammon Machine. It draws and magnifies the limitless power of Lavos. Oh, so Queen Zeal is not good. If the Mammon Machine is moved to the Ocean Palace, we can extract even more energy from Lavos. The dream of eternal life will be made possible. Oh, Almighty Queen, our kingdom will reign for all eternity. I overproofed my rolls on Thanksgiving. Just doing too much. The oven was still occupied at the wrong temperature before I could put it in. Yeah, well, all the bread I made last week, I didn't shape the dough right and do the tri-fold before putting it into the bread pans. And so they all collapsed in the oven. I was so sad. Who wants to be the wind master? I could point them in the general direction of a good dietitian. I want to push that, but I also don't want to push that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that does nothing. Okay, so they are drawing this civilization and this place is drawing on the power of Lavos. So they think Lavos is a good thing and they have him chained so they can draw on his power. Hey, Chain! Happy Metroid. Did you buy it? Have you played it yet? Chain, do you have a Switch too? I can't remember. Oh. One of these. Okay. Dang, okay. How does one learn how to open those? Okay, we're not supposed to be here. Canal Deluxe version. Too bad you have to play this version other than the deluxe version. Is this the PlayStation? This is the PlayStation one, right? It's got cutscenes. Like, okay, so real talk, I have played this game before, but it was literally over like 20 plus years ago, and I remembered nothing about it. Nothing. I emulated it on a computer, but I think it was the Super Nintendo version, but I don't remember anything about it. The only thing I remembered about it was a frog. That was it. That was all. So this has all been completely new. Hey, it's Artemis. Technically, you can absolutely request a shirt. Send me an email at this. I just don't have pictures up like in a shop storefront. But yes, send me an email at this email address. And then you can tell me what it is you're looking for. I just don't have like a storefront. You know how you watch a movie that's just like another movie, but since you like that movie, you're fine with it? That's Prime so far. So it's not like groundbreaking. It's not like the Breath of the Wild of the Metroid series, but it's enjoyable. I know VT said on the Discord that he was having a good time. Okay, well now I'm really confused. I don't know who I'm supposed to... I took pictures of my different shirt styles the other day, but when I went to go upload them on Ko-Fi, they looked awful. And you know what? I think it's because my phone camera is just too dang good. And like you could see every little like stixel hair because I went outside and used like my brick wall on my house to take a picture because the indoor lighting just looked really bad. And they looked so crappy. And I was like, I don't need such a high-res picture of my shirt. I just need like a picture of the design. You know what I'm saying? Okay, wait, Canal says, in this case, SNES was better, but SNES had ISS Deluxe, which is already something. What is ISS Deluxe? I do not know what that means. I don't think my brother... So when I was younger, I played everything. I played only what my brother owned. My brother was the one that owned... He would ask for the game consoles for Christmas, and then I would just play whatever he had. But he had the... I remember seeing the Chrono Trigger, like, box art, but I'm pretty sure he had it on PlayStation. We never had it. He never had it for a Super Nintendo. Where did that Lord Dalton dude go? Never dreamed a thing so good big could fly, eh? Well, I mean, the islands are floating. So, I mean, yes, but no. What's making the islands float? Okay, I guess I gotta go talk to all those people. Could have been worse. You could have played Chrono Cross. You know what? Oh shoot. I played Chrono Cross a long time ago too, and I remember nothing about that one either. Other than, I think your main character has a bandana. I think so. Oh, I think what I also remember about Chrono Cross was that there were tons of characters. And I felt really overwhelmed by trying to pick a party. And I remember reading somewhere that there is kind of a person that is kind of like a medic slash healer, but I didn't choose the path that brought him into my party. And I was really annoyed because I was like, that would be really nice. I'm being annihilated in all these battles because all my people suck at healing. That would have been really nice for me to have a healer. I didn't know that having a healer was optional, but that was at the time before I played a lot of games that like had these multiple directions that you could take, you know, multiple choices. It was probably the first time I think I ever played a game where there were multiple ways I could go and I didn't even know it. And frankly, sometimes that irritates me because I'm like, I guess they do it for replayability. But the game has to be enjoyable enough to make me want to replay it, and Chrono Cross wasn't. Chrono Cross was fun, but I was like, I don't want to replay that again. I have no... Okay, so I needed a guide. Well, and my toxic trait is being like, this isn't Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII does it this way. Final Fantasy VII does this. Just play Final Fantasy VII. If that's what you want. Okay, wait. You do your best to speak to the queen of the gurus if you wish. Oh my gosh. So many queens, gurus, but just between you and I'd not place much faith in any answers Her Majesty gave you right now. She's been different as of late. Well, how do I talk to this queen? Queenie. Final Fantasy VII had a much bigger budget. That's fair. That is very fair. Yep. That's the only thing I really compared any of those games to, because that was the only game I played that was one of those big sweeping games that had like that kind of battle system and all that stuff. That was the first game I ever played that way. And so everything after that, I was like... What? That door cannot be opened from the outside, save with a powerful magic key like Lady Shala's pendant. I know somebody that has a pendant. Hey, you, Marl, you have a pendant. Okay, so she's at the Ocean Palace. Well, how do I get to the Ocean Palace? The prophet's aura is clouded with hatred and sorrow. If he does not free himself of those emotions, he'll destroy himself and those he loves along with him. Who? Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. So we have Queen Zeal, we have a Queen of the Gurus, we've got Lord Dalton, and then we have a prophet. Of course you want a Belle Beast shirt, because the Belle Beast shirt is the best. Okay, wait. Tell me what size you wear and what color. Well, do you just want it black? I would imagine you just want it black. What size do you wear? Medium. Okay. I'll send me an email to that email address anyway, and then we can we'll make it happen. We can make it happen. That is also one of my favorite shirts, if I'm totally honest. Beyond lies the Mammon Machine Chamber. That's right. I think I already talked to you. Maybe? The Mammon Machine. You came to see it? Yes. I thought as much. Can you feel the flow of the mighty Lavos' power? Oh, brings tears to my eyes. Wow. Okay. We are passionate about power. If the Mammon Machine is moved... Oh, that's right. I've already talked to this person. When the Mammon Machine was finished, the Queen became a different person almost overnight, a much colder one. Just between us, I heard that any who oppose Her Majesty, and not just the earthbound ones, vanish and are never heard from again. Melchior, the Guru of Life... Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Opposed the Queen's plans and disappeared shortly thereafter. It pains me to consider some conspiracy may be at work, but it's terribly suspicious. I know that, dude. The three gurus constructed the Mammon Machine from a reddish stone that had been kept in the royal treasury for generations. Wait a minute. Okay, so the three gurus, Melchior being one of them, used a dream stone to fashion this machine, which has a large green stone. I can't help but notice that. The Guru of Life, Melchior, was in charge of the plans and conducted a great deal of research on the nature of Lavos. But now, well, I'm sure you know the rest. Operating the Mammon Machine requires magic powerful enough to regulate the energy the machine extracts. Excepting the Gurus, Lady Schala... Oh, and we have a Lady Schala. Lord Dalton, Lady Schala, Prophet, who could be Lord Dalton, Queen Zeal, and then three Gurus? This is the front of Zeal's power, the Mammon Machine. Okay, so I guess I need to now go back into time and talk to Melchior? That's the only thing I can think of to do. Because I can't go... Okay, I'm curious, Canal. How could you tell that this was automatically not the SNES version? How did you know those things? I'm just curious. Does it look different? Does the music sound different? Is the menu different? I'm so curious. Belle Beast is great. Okay, so we're gonna go talk to Melchior. I assume there's a gate inside that cave that we came into. I think. We're 100% gonna have to fight Queen Zeal. I can feel it in my bones. We're gonna fight her. she's giving me like Lady Unalesca vibes. You know what I mean? Like Lady Unalesca from Final Fantasy X was very like, this is the way it has to be. And everything just must be this way because I say so, because I'm powerful. And everybody just went along with it. And nobody was willing to face her or powerful enough to face her. And I mean, like, I was barely powerful enough to face her. I finally did take her down. But like, nobody opposed her. She was so powerful that she could be like, well, this is just the way it is. Those are the vibes I'm getting from this Queen Zeal. Yep. The only lead I have is Melchior. So we'll go talk to him. Do I still have Ayla with me? Yeah. Who? She's not questioning anything. She's just coming along for the ride. Can Ayla perform magic? Hey there, sweetheart. Unfortunately, you were born before magic existed, so casting spells is right out. But if it's any consolation, you seem to have plenty of other assets. Ahem. No. I'm out. How did I not see that coming? Okay. Oh, that's right. The Tyranno layer has a... Nope. Where's Melchior? Is Melchior in, like, real... Thanks, Artemis. Is he... I think that's where we want to go. I think we want to go to the wardrobe. The beast's wardrobe. Or, like, yeah, the baddie's wardrobe. That never gets old. I think he lives over here, weirdly. Yeah. You have some explaining to do. A sword can be used as a tool for ending lives or as one for saving them. It all depends on the one who wields it. Be sure you wield yours for the proper reason. Would you like to buy something? So he's not gonna... Oh, wait. Aw, man. I was wrong. So he's not going to tell us anything? Melchior, three gurus, Queen Schala, and the Prophet. No. Lady Schala, Queen Zeal, and Lord Dalton. Man, I thought I had that right. But he's done his duty for us, I guess. He reforged the sword, and now he's done. Done. Dang. Okay. I guess we have to go to the Ocean Palace then, but I didn't even see anywhere where we could... Okay, wait. We came from here? No. No, we came from here. Yes. I think that's... Yeah, Earthbound... Wait a minute, isn't that a game? That's similar to this, maybe? Okay. Ocean Palace? I do not see any palace on the water. Oh my gosh. We were driving to Park Day yesterday. We were listening to, I don't remember what we were listening to, but somehow we got on the Jurassic Park theme. Great, right? Great. And then I was just kind of letting the music play, and so YouTube Music was just kind of throwing songs at me, and it threw the theme of The Mask of Zorro with Antonio Banderas and Sir Hannibal Lecter. Sir Anthony Hopkins, and I was like, oh, this movie is so good. And I was like, Charlotte, we should... Oh, I don't know if you should watch that. But then I thought, well, maybe if she doesn't watch the sword fighting scene in the hay, and if she doesn't watch the head in the jar, I feel like all the rest of it she could handle. No barn scene. Oh my gosh, I remember watching that movie in theaters. And I know that this is kind of going back to what we were talking about at the beginning of the stream, but I had never, ever, ever seen a woman as beautiful as Catherine Zeta-Jones before, like in my life. I remember just being like, is this CGI? There's no way she looks like that. There's no way. She did. She's just stunning. And it's such a good movie. It's so good. I watched it when I had COVID sometime this last year because it was like free on YouTube. And I was like, man, this is a good movie. So good. Everybody in it is great. Captain Hart is one of the most obnoxious villains. Oh, he's awful. He's so awful. His comeuppance is very, very, very appreciated. Very much appreciated. Okay, so if I come to... Oh, and the lady that plays Catherine Zeta-Jones' mom. She's gorgeous too. Like, I just remember what, you know, I don't remember how old I was when I saw it, but I saw it in theaters. And I just remember being like, man, I just have never seen such beautiful skin. It was so perfect. And I mean, I know it's like makeup and lighting and stuff, but it was just, they were just so beautiful. They were so pretty. I was like, no wonder freaking what's his face falls for her. Like, she's so pretty. But I thought she was great. I thought she was strong, and I liked her part she played at the end. And I just really appreciated how everybody was written. I thought it was all really well done because they didn't make her just this damsel in distress. Like, she actually helped out at the end, and I thought it was great. I don't... Oh, is that a cave we have not been to yet? I don't know when Oh, I bet she does. And I told Charlotte that too. I was like, yeah, she's older now, because I told her that she played this part in the Mask of Zorro, and I was like, you know, she's older now. She doesn't look quite like that anymore, but she still holds herself very well, and she's just beautiful. And she's a good actress, and she plays in the Wednesday show, but we haven't seen the Wednesday show, so. Okay, I don't know where to go. I guess I'm supposed to talk to every single person, but like, I could have talked to every single person if I'd... The Earthbound ones are being allowed to work on the construction of the Ocean Palace. It seems even they have their purpose. Okay, I imagine I'm supposed to go to the... Ocean Palace, but I don't know how to get there. Hey, Padawan, how are you? And this is, you know, you can age really gracefully if you take care of your skin, drink lots of water, protect your skin from the sun, you know. It helps if you have a little bit of money, you know, to do certain like procedures and things. And I don't mean like facelifts. I mean, there are certain procedures you can get, like chemical peels or microdermabrasion or whatever, that really help with skincare. That crystal, this guy right here, I do not know how to get there, but I feel like that is supposed to send me down to the Ocean Palace, maybe? Have we gotten snow? No. If we get snow in Texas where we are, it usually comes in like January or February. It's usually about a week in one of those 2 months where like the entire city shuts down because no one knows how to drive in the snow. I must have missed a cave somewhere, but I don't know where. That is a good hint. That's vague enough. Oh, I keep doing that. I need to go up the stairs. I'm missing something, and I don't know, but I don't know what. I feel like I've looked around, but I don't. Well, there was one on this island over here. That one right there, but I don't know how to... Well, let's go back and try. 3 stream streak. Look at me, looking at you. She looked at him. He looked at me. What is that song from Weird Al in the drive-thru or something? Yeah, I think you're right. I must have missed a cave somewhere in this. Oh, I do that every time! In the snow. I do not love snow. I like visiting snow. Okay, I've checked this. There is nothing. This is not it. I also don't see an ocean palace anywhere. But it is supposed to be below the water, right? So... Oh! Oh. Oh! Oh. Oh, is this a cave? No. You're telling me, out of this entire rock formation, this entire mountain range, there's no cave to be seen? Dang it. And there's no cave here either? Okay, so there is this cave. Am I supposed to like... Okay, I feel like that ladder is supposed to come down. I have an idea. Trapped in the drive-thru, that's what it is. Oh, that trapped in the closet whole situation was bananas. Wow. Wow. It just kept getting crazier and crazier and crazier. They got snow in the Plainview area? Oh, maybe... I'm gonna take Luca with me. I have an idea. I don't know. We'll see. Is this one? Yes. No, that's okay. But I have an idea. I wonder if there is a way that you can... I'm gonna try and set it on fire. I wonder if we get there, Luca's gonna be like, oh, adjust glasses. We can do this, but my hopes aren't high. I don't think that's this kind of game, but I could be wrong. Dang, I was kind of hoping that if she was on my party, she'd come in and be like, I can fix it or whatever, but apparently not. I don't know if that's something, if we can get, okay, here's a question. And this is a real question. Is this an exit only? Or is there something I can do to actually make that ladder come down? This isn't an exit only? So there is something I can do to make that ladder come down? Well, Luca was my only thought. Because she's fire. Okay. So I need to go back up into the sky then. Okay. Apparently I'm missing some person. I need to talk to someone. Maybe I need to talk to Doreen again after I heard her sisters. Maybe not, though. I have a feeling Doreen's just going to say the same thing. Yeah, same thing. I don't want to have to sit and talk to every single person. There are so many people. But at the same time... I also don't feel like it's here. I feel like it's probably in the other city, closer to the black... What was it? The Blackbird? Queen's Palace sits at the heart of our kingdom. She watches over all the world from its high vantage point. It's because of that we can sleep our days away in peace. Whoa. No doubt the key to unlock its seal is held at the palace, but entry there is strictly forbidden in the name of Her Majesty the Queen. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be here. Is this... Oh, shoot. I can't remember. Is this where we came? I think that's where we came in. Everything looks the same. Ah, the turtle! I haven't read all the books. No. I will go back and read all the books. I opened one and there was like magic that came out. Like that. Check some books. Yeah, I've talked to everybody in here, pretty sure. Let's open some books. I've even shopped. I've even shopped here. I've even given them my hard-earned cash. I'm just gonna leave all these magic books open. And then that one, okay, so I've checked all the books here. They're just spells. Except I have not checked this one next to this guy, but I don't know if I can open that one. Okay. Oh, you can move around while they're talking to you, apparently. What's the name of the chapter you're in? The Magic Kingdom. The instructions are a little unclear. Like, we met Dalton. I don't know what that means. I mean, I guess there's a lot to look at in that palace. But I talked to everybody in the Mammon Machine room, and they didn't give me any direction. I can look at some books. Yeah, you can't get there from here. Basically. We'll see if there are books in here, maybe. Oh, yes, there are. Nope. I mean, it is, yes, but that's not one. These are all just... I bet the information is somewhere in the palace. But Oh, this one's already open. Oh, shoot. It says the structure you can see below. I can't see a structure. Oh, this is all about the Ocean Palace. So I would imagine we need to get into the Ocean Palace, but I don't know how to get there. I heard a strange prophet has come to the palace. I do not know the details, but I heard he has powers most uncanny. Is that Magus? Don't tell me that, but that's what I'm thinking in my Susie Grace brain. Zeal's progress stems from our new energy source. Its power far surpasses that of the sun's elemental energy. Dang. The gurus of life, time, and reason dwell in Zeal. Their knowledge and skill is without equal. Does that mean Melchior is here somewhere? The Sunstone once held all the nearly infinite energy of our sun. Over time, that energy was slowly depleted, and it turned into the lightless Moonstone. Know you this, traveler? The Moonstone could be restored to a glorious Sunstone if left to bask in the sun's warm light. I know what to do with that. I know what to do with that sunshine. Glad I stumbled upon that sun shrine, because now I know. The blue news message said water summons wind, wind makes fire dance. It's Johnny! News are a top 5 video game creature. These news or new from Silksong? Water summons wind, wind makes fire dance. Oh. Are all those books in here? No. Are all those books in here? Water, no. Fire, no. What is it? Water summons wind. Is there a book down here? Wind makes fire dance. I thought he was just talking. Awesome! I obtained an unidentifiable object. But inside, oh. It's like the snitch. I know what to do with that. Oh, this is great. This is so great. Thank you for that. It all began aeons ago when man's ancestors stumbled upon a shard of strange red rock. Its power was beyond human comprehension. It cultivated dreams and gave birth to love and hate. Oh, that reminds me. I watched a teaser today for a movie called Obsession. I will not be watching that movie, but it was an excellent teaser. Highly recommend watching the teaser. That is how a teaser is done. Only time will tell how it ends. Oh my goodness. Okay, I know what to do with that gemstone. Let's go, everybody, let's go. Time's a-wasting. It's time to get on our dragons. Or pterodactyls. Same thing, basically. Secret tunnel! Yes. Okay, now I've got some direction. I don't know what we're gonna do once it sits in that sunshine for a little while. I don't know. But we will cross that bridge when we get there. Right up there with the 11 o'clock news. I didn't get that until I just read it out loud. Hello, Steaks and Pupper. Your butt is looking floofy. We gotta brush that butt. Brush that pupper butt. Oh my goodness, you know what? Today was one of those days where I just wanted to stay in bed under my heated blanket all day. Oh. But I'm a mom, so I can't do that. I mean, I could. I could just let my girls watch screens. We did that over Thanksgiving break. My girls got lots of screens over Thanksgiving break because I wanted to play my game. I battled Chakra last night, and boy, howdy. She is quite the, she's something. But I beat her, but it only took me like 5 tries, I think. But wow, she's so fast. Yeah, it was really fun. That was one of the things that I didn't do through my first playthrough, or during my first playthrough, obviously. So I wanted to go and try that out. I totally could have too, because I did all her quests and everything. I just never went over to that area of Greymoor after in Act 2 anyway. I love her. Love her. Okay, 65. No, we're looking for 65 bazillion years. Yes. Oh, it's totally cool. There was no way I was going to experience every little thing. There just was no way. I wasn't like, it was fine. Okay. That's right, we have Luca now. That's right. You know what? We better just fight these guys. I'll bet Luca is like, when? Oh, maybe not. Hey, it's Landrider! I got over the cream puff rage. Are these cream puffs that you're talking about? Or no. Did you hand make these or did you get them? I've heard Costco cream puffs are the best. Which, speaking of Costco, we're hosting a party for all the youth in our church youth group, and I'm hosting it here. We were gonna do it at the church, but turns out some congregation's having a Christmas party. So we're having it at my house, which is fine because I don't have to cook or anything for it, and I don't have to decorate for it either. Like, whatever. I'm just offering a place. And so we're talking about ordering pizzas, and I was like, well, Little Caesars has the cheapest pizza if we're looking at cost. And someone in the group chat was like, yeah, Little Caesar. What did he say? Hold on. He says, Little Caesar's pizza is the cheapest because it tastes like soggy dough with tomato sauce on it. And I was like, I mean, you're not wrong, but it is okay pizza, and it is not like horrible pizza, and it's cheaper than the you know, like But we are using church funds for it, so it's like, it doesn't necessarily have to be the cheapest. We could splurge just a little bit. Apparently we've got some good, I don't want to say good money, but we do have some money in our budget for a party. And since it's at the end of the year, it's like, we might as well use it. So we're going to get pizza, chicken wings. Our bishop was like, I just want chicken wings. I was like, I don't want chicken wings, but we can get you chicken wings. So we're doing pizza, chicken wings, drinks, and dessert. And we're going to do a white elephant. That was what the kids wanted to do. I need dinosaurs. Where are my dragons? Where are they? Yeah, they're, I mean, as long as it's like pepperoni. I mean, we one time, actually it was last year around this time, we had a Christmas party for them, or we had a white elephant where they ordered pizza. Wait a minute. So I have to go all the way back through the dactyl nest to go get another dactyl to ride? Are you serious? They're not just here, trained, waiting for me to call them at any moment's notice? I am offended. Oh, I know where they are. They're at the Terreno layer. That's where they are. I think so. I think that's where we left them. The gluten-free ones were driving me nuts, but the next two regular batches worked really well. I've never worked with gluten-free flour, so I imagine that was, yeah, that was a challenge. Challenge. Oh, that's right. They join you when you come. Okay, that's right. That's right. That's right. We've got to make, our Christmas party is tomorrow night, and so we've got to make cinnamon roll sugar cookie bars, which I am going to say are some of the best desserts I've ever tasted in my life. And I'm not saying that that's because I make them, it's just the recipe. Cinnamon roll sugar cookie bars with cream cheese frosting. I actually put just a teeny bit less flour in it because I like mine really dense and moist. When I baked them, I found it on Pinterest years ago, and when I first baked them, they were really crumbly, but they were really good, but super crumbly. And so I was like, I am not giving up on this recipe. This is so good, but it's just so dry. And so I made it again, and this time I put a little bit less flour in it, and they were perfect. Oh my gosh, they were so good. And then I think I'm making mashed potatoes. How do you make a cinnamon roll? I feel a joke coming on. I feel a dad joke coming on. I don't know. I can't keep all my... Yeah, that's right. What kind of snack would you like? We gotta go pick up our grocery order after I stream. There it is. Yes, baby girl. Same way you make an egg roll. Tip the jar over, push it down a hill, put it on a hill. Am I supposed to, like... No.
The chick doesn't look like a person.
Oh! I thought this was the moonstone or whatever. This is an accessory? Enables eternal darkness triple tech. I thought I had this figure. Okay, what? A surprise snack? Okay. Okay, let me go get my child a snack. And I just remembered my bread is still rising. So let me go give my child a snack or else she's not going to leave me alone. I'm going to pull up words on stream for you guys. I thought I was on to something. I thought that black gemstone was supposed to go in the sun shrine. Huh. Okay, I'm going to pull up words on stream for you guys. Give me just a minute. I will be right back. Okay. I'm eating homemade bread. So, I know I've been like in and out today, but I'm gonna have to go take my bread out of the oven in 30 minutes. There is no good time for me to bake bread if I'm streaming, because either way, I have to step away from stream to bake it. And it just is what it is. I've got 4 loaves that have been rising all day because we made the dough last night and then I just threw it in the fridge. So I'm sorry. I got bread to make. I normally do not step away from my computer this often, but I've been in and out. Okay, so that was not a plot line. That was just an optional. Okay. Shoot. I don't know where to go then. I'm obviously missing some conversation. I need to go to the palace. I need to go back to the palace. It just takes forever to get there. I think I'm okay with... In-N-Out sounds good. You know what? You know what sounds good? Just not cooking. It always tastes better when someone else makes my food. I mean, for the most part. Not always. If the person is not a very good cook. But like going to a restaurant most of the time, I'm like, ugh, this tastes so good. Even if it's just In-N-Out. But it's because I didn't have to make it. And we've discussed this before. It's not just the cooking. It's the fact that I have to do the planning, do the grocery shopping, come home, put all the groceries away, and then I have to do the cooking, and then I also have to do the cleanup. Like, it's so involved, and that is why I don't like cooking. If I could just do the cooking, sure. But that's not possible for me. I always make these goals to be like, all right, I'm going to run the dishwasher every night, even if it's not very full. I'm going to run it every single night, every single night. And I do for like a week, and then something happens and I get off, and then my kitchen builds up and builds up and builds up, and then I'm like drowning in dirty dishes, and I'm like, ah! So I bought some of those like fast food baskets with some like deli paper liners to cut down on the amount of dishes we use. Okay. Have I talked to you? Yes. I have a feeling, oh, whoop. Okay. That wandering prophet is amazing. Every prophecy to escape his lips has come to pass. You know why? Because he's from the past. I bet it's Magus. And he's from the past. And so he came here. I mean, maybe. Oh, all the gurus are gone. He strives to make a time egg. Or some such nonsense, but no one has seen him for years. Oh, okay, we've already done that. If I talk to you? No. The earth is alive and always has been. She changes slowly, so you never see it. From flat lands into mountains, from mountains into seas. A way may someday open even to the forbidden shrine in the north or to the sun temple, but it could take it untold years. What about... Did I know there was a third door over here? I don't think I knew there was a third door over here. Lady Shala's pendant was made from the same red stone as the Mammon machine. When she prays to the device, the pendant glows with an unearthly light. I have seen... Ah! It's because I missed a dumb door. Oh, Janice, you've returned. Is something wrong? The black winds... You feel the foreboding, too. Don't worry. It will be all right. Here, keep this close. It's an amulet containing my prayers. If something should happen, it will keep you safe. I wish that I could remain with you always, but Mother has other plans. That's not our mother. She looks like her, but she's not the same inside. Even still, forgive me, Janice. Pardons, Your Highness. Oh, what? Is that the Queen? Oh, the Queen requests your immediate presence at the Ocean Palace. Very well. Oh, who might you be? Forgive me, my lady, but we must hurry. If we're late, I fear I'll be, well, you know the Queen. I'll be dead. She's gonna... Off with her head! Who was that little kid yelling at them? That's not our mother. Like, was he talking to the cat? Oh, okay. If only you could Molly Weasley. Oh, every time I read Harry Potter, that is one of the biggest things. I'm like, dude, I just want magic so I can clean my house. Like, lickety-split. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Wait, are we? Yeah, piece of paper. I mean, we use paper plates, I guess, sometimes, but... I don't feel like that actually gave me direction, though. So she went to the Ocean Palace. Oh. She waited there that whole time for me. Quick, after her! Strange. Why no move? There must be something different about that pendant. Oh, dang it. Your pendant. It looks identical to Lady Shala's. I heard that when Lady Schala communes with the Mammon machine... Oh, that's what we'll do. Mammon machine. Here we come. That is such a weird... Are we gonna have to fight that? I'll bet we have to fight that at some point. I don't know if it's gonna become sentient or if, like, Lady Schala is gonna say something and make it secret special, like, move somehow. Ah. So it just needed to be, like, charged. Who are you? How did you get in here? Your Majesty, these are the bringers. That is totally Magus. 100%. Fool. tools, one and all. Dalton, seize them! Oh, boss fight. Oh. Oh, dang. Halves HP? Ah! And I don't even have Marl? I am not ready. Okay. Oh, she's dead already? What? You know what? He can just kill me. I am not ready. Yeah, and Hassa is the very first little place that you come to when you go up in the sky. Wow. Wow, 425. Oh, was that supposed to happen? Or did I get a game over? That was all part of the plan? Oh my gosh. Idiots. What will you do, Schala? Wait a minute. I thought he was saying that she wasn't his mother. Who said that? Are they working together? You know what? Don't answer that. I guess we'll see. I was gonna say, he took 425 life down, like, almost immediately. He was sent to the Mountain of Woe for opposing my mother's plan. Oh. Oh! Okay, it all makes sense. Yep, there it is. Yeah, Magus, 100%. I know it. I know. It's gonna be... Oh, shoot. Now here's like a real boss fight. You will cooperate with me, Schala. Now show me how it is you came here. Now, Schala, once I throw them in, you will seal the portal shut. No, you can't make me. You will obey me. Their lives are at stake. Chrono, literally just pull your sword out and just jab him in the heart. I mean, he left. Like, he could just undo it right now. Please forgive me. Or she could just undo it. Well, at least she didn't die, and at least we didn't die. The Prophet could have just as easily killed us. They take Lavos' power. Lavos get weak? Wait! The crest on that sealed door. We've seen it elsewhere, haven't we? Oh, you bet we have. Oh, thank you for showing me that. Because I've seen it in so many different places. I can't even keep them all straight. Who is that? Is that like... No. Okay. We may find our way back to that era yet. Let's get cracking, Chrono. Okay, yay, direction. Awesome, okay. Change of subject. The Harry Potter full cast audiobook is magnificent. Uber, how are you? Happy Thursday. Man, that's such a bummer that I just finished listening to Harry Potter. I don't want to listen to it again. Like, I love it, but I don't feel the need to listen to it again, like right now. Why do we keep going in circles? Well, I mean, I know that the Earth is a circle, but like... Oh, so only book 1 is done. That makes sense. That does make sense. I have also seen... Oh, what? Oh. I've also seen that crest on, like, chests. All over the place, man. Now I can't remember. This is before the time they let you mark a map. I don't even have a map. But yeah, I've seen that crest on all sorts of places. What day is it again? Currently having some pho for lunch. Someone from church made it. I've never actually tried pho. Pho. I had a client a long time ago that owned a restaurant. You know what? As much as I love Luca, I think I need Marl because she is my healer. She gets that cute little music box. And I don't have to take Ayla with me. I guess I could take, but I feel like Ayla is powerful. I feel like she's more powerful than Luca. Actors were excellent. Sound effects are added and it has a soundtrack. It's like listening to the movie, but with all the book content. Nice. Man, I'll have to get it then because that seems worth it. Does Hugh Laurie sound like a Dumbledore? Because when they first announced that, I was like, what? That does not strike me. That does not strike me as... He does not strike me as Dumbledore, but you know what? Neither did John Lithgow. And, I mean, I like John Lithgow a lot. I'm not saying he can't do it. I just never in a million years would have thought he would have been cast as Dumbledore, but... Oh, I can smell my bread. Or no, Hugh... oh yeah, did I say that right? Hugh Laurie? Yeah. Most of the actors sound like their movie counterparts. See, the one I listen to is done by Stephen Fry, and I love Stephen Fry's voice. He's got a great speaking voice. But I listened to World War Z that had a full cast. And then there was another one I listened to. Maybe it wasn't a full cast. Oh, Dune. I listened to Dune, and Dune had kind of a full cast as well. But it was weird because Dune had like half the chapters had full cast members and half the chapters. There's one here in the forest, isn't there? Now I can't remember where they all are. I think it's over here. I think there's one here, and I actually think there's one in a house. Or my house? Nice. I think that's a good thing. Really? Huh. I have to get it. Can't remember. Snape is different. Oh, Alan Rickman did such a great job playing Snape. I mean, obviously there are multiple people that can play play the same role, but there won't be anybody quite like Alan Rickman. Uber's episode on Hot Ones on YouTube when? This spicy sauce I added has a really good flavor, but man, yeah, you need to do a Hot Ones challenge. I think Matthew McConaughey was just on it. They just posted that like a couple hours ago. Yeah, we have to do this every time. I thought I remembered more chests, but we're going to go back to the Protodome. R.I.P. Alan. R.I.P. Narcissa. And R.I.P. Hagrid, I know. We've lost a lot of people from that Harry Potter, from the Harry Potter movies. A lot of them. R.I.P. McGonagall. R.I.P. Hagrid. Okay. Protodome, I think, is this one. Nope. Yes. Oh, yeah. Both Dumbledores. Yeah, that's right. Richard Harris and Michael Gambon? Is that how you pronounce that? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but yes. Both Dumbledores passed away. And yeah, Maggie Smith, she passed away. I don't remember when that was, but I feel like it was it this year? Wait a minute. Have we? Oh, that's right. We have been here. So wait a minute. The Protodome? Where did we see that little picture? Or that little, like, flash forward? Well, it wasn't here. Sorting Hat actor Leslie Phillips also gone. Man. Yeah, we've lost a lot. Oh. That's right. Do we have to race him? Again? What? So what? He won't let us back through the thing if we don't race him? Oh, and Vernon. That's true. He straight up just doesn't let us back, even though, like, we came there at one point. Like, that's where we came from originally. Oh, and Ollivander. Yep, that's right. Richard Harris. Or, I'm sorry. Not Richard Harris. What's his name? Oh! Oh, I did. I won. Just barely. You can walk across and kill monsters? I do not want to do that. We won. Yay. What's his name? He played the High Chancellor in V for Vendetta. He was also in Contact. He's been in so many things. I can't remember his name. I can see it. John Hurt. That's his name. I don't want to challenge you, Johnny. Like, I'm good. Grip hook. That's how Stephen Fry reads it. I have not been into the abandoned sewers yet. Okay, what is this? So this is the future. Oh yeah, this is where all these people are. Is there a door? No, there's not. You know what? I haven't saved in a while. I better save. Maybe it's in the other place? I don't remember which place it is. John Hurts a lot. He's very talented. We quote him pretty regularly in Contact. He builds like a second one of the big contraptions that they build that ends up getting like blown up or whatever, and he shows it to her and he says, why build one when you can build two for twice the price? And we say that all the time. We quote that. You are weak. Nothing. Do you know how much I've grown since I came here? Oh, I thought it was... See? I've got this... I swallowed weird. Vern Troyer. Oh, yeah. Man, I haven't gone through the actual list, but my goodness, there are a lot of people that have passed away. But I mean, to be fair, that movie encompassed a lot of different actors and actresses. I mean, there are lots of people involved. I think I'm doing this right. I think we're just... We have to fight these dudes. My timer's going off for my bread. The original fat lady. That just reminds me of... Enough with the fat lady. You're obsessed with the fat lady at the end of Independence Day. Okay, let me go take my bread out. Give me like a minute. Well, at least my headache went away. So that's good. V for Vendetta is fantastic. And every time we watch it, we're always like, this is eerily close to real life. Like, I don't like how close it is to real life. I feel like there are too many similarities that make me highly uncomfortable. Such a good movie though, I love it. But it packs a really emotional punch. The ending of that movie is one of my favorite endings out of any movie. You know what we really want to watch with Charlotte is we want to watch Arrival. I think she could handle it. But it's not actually like streaming. No lies, I think it's on Paramount. Gee, isn't it so fun to be like, I really want to watch this movie. I wonder what it's on. And you have to sit and Google all the, like, what streaming services it's on. And just because it was on one streaming service 2 months ago doesn't mean it's on the same streaming service now. Yeah, that's really fun. I love that. I love that a lot. I actually feel like that's better. No, I do not. I think it's terrible and I hate it. Drives me nuts. Are you being sarcastic? Yes! They search every streaming service and tell you. Hold on, what is this? Justwatch.com. My wife is uncomfortable about how much of a crush I had on Natalie Portman at the time. Okay, what is it? Just Watch? Is that like the Deku deals of streaming? That shouldn't even be a thing though. Like here's the interesting thing about streaming services. I sure hope I've made this right choice to come through here because the Bangor Dome. Oh. Wait a minute. I could have just come here? Oh, that would have been nice to know. Is this adding an extra one? Oh, this adds an extra one, so there wasn't one before. I understand. No. You know, music apps are largely the same and largely offer almost everything there is out there. Like if you pay for Spotify, if you pay for YouTube Music, if you pay for Apple Music, all that stuff, you pretty much get access to an alluring top. Okay. Workman's wallet. What Workman? Why do I have his wallet? What is a Workman's wallet? Oh, turn experience into gold. Huh. But when you pay for a music service, it's like you're mostly getting, oh, what was it? An alluring top? This music is very interesting. What is an alluring top? What does that even mean? I mean, like, I know what that means. Oh, it's an accessory. But not for boys, apparently. What? I have questions. Boosts success rate of charm. Okay. And yet with streaming services, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. And yet with streaming services like streaming video services, you only get like a small portion of like movies and TV and whatnot. And then everything else, it's like, well, you have to pay for this or you have to pay extra for that or whatever. Whereas it's like with music, you get almost everything at your fingertips. And there aren't any of it, there isn't a lot of this like copyright restrictions. You know what I mean? Okay, well, this does not send me. This doesn't. Oh, I think we have to go to the factory. Okay. Hey, it's John. I remember Susie wearing an alluring top the other day. The Bucky sweater was amazing. Guess it's differences in the industries, but what I listened to the other day, I listened to this video on why piracy is such a thing and why people use it a lot, and how the crackdown that places like, you know, companies like Netflix and all that stuff have tried to do to stop people from pirating and all that stuff has really only made pirating worse or more common because Netflix continues to make. And I don't feel like Disney falls in this because I feel like Disney is kind of, as frustrating as Disney is with the fact that they're always like raising their prices and stuff. Disney has this monopoly, right? They have their own stuff. And so I'm not talking necessarily about Disney. Do they keep raising their prices and it's frustrating? Yes. But it's not like their stuff changes very often. You can get all the same, you know, you can always get the same movies on there for the most part if you're looking for just Disney. But for something like Netflix, you know, Jurassic Park will be on there for 6 months and then it'll move to something else. And sometimes it's not even on a streaming service. Sometimes it's totally just only for rent only, which, you know, that's another choice, I guess. Are we supposed to go to the sewers? I'll bet we have to go to the sewers. That's the only place we haven't been yet. That is probably the case. Because this place is this place is too well lit. Like in that little memory, like everything was sad and sad. Oh, we had to run out. Okay. I don't think it's in this factory though. I think it's in the sewers. That's the one place we haven't been to here yet. So I would imagine that when they show you that scene, they're like, go back to where the Protodome is. And you're supposed to be smart and be like, well, the only place I haven't been is these sewers. There aren't as many competing music streaming services as there are movie streaming services. Every movie studio created their own service around 2019, 2020. This video I was listening to about piracy is the fact that it's not that people don't want to pay to watch their stuff. It's the fact that when Netflix first was a thing, Netflix had almost everything. And you could watch almost everything for $8 a month or maybe $10 a month, right? And with their DVD library, you could literally get almost like pretty much everything. And then things started to change and then they started to... Wait a minute. Where is the... Where's the factory? Or I'm sorry, where are the sewers? I think I need to go back this way. I'm only half paying attention because I'm trying to talk about what I heard. So Netflix has been known, apparently, well, not been known, but Netflix, there have been reports that Netflix is not creating top quality content because they are banking on people not seriously watching their channels or their shows. They are making it second screen quality. So, which begs the question, why would I fork out all this money to get less than quality media that they are banking on me only half watching? Hey, it's Abba! DVDs by mail was wonderful. I know. It was like you could get literally anything and then you could hang on to it for as long. Where are the sewers? I'm so confused. Yeah, I just got items behind that door. That's not the thing. That's not the door I saw in that little flashback or flash forward. Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. I'll half watch it if you make it $5 a month, you know? And I'm not the type of person, I'm not the type of TV watcher that just puts something on in the background. That's not how I yeah, and characters are always saying what they're doing, which is exactly what this guy also talked about, was that they are now writing into the script this narration because because people aren't watching. And so they have to describe what they're doing. And I was like, man, that's crappy that their prices keep going up. They won't let you password share and they're putting out lower quality content. And there are a lot of people, I'm not one of those people that is really aware of like the quality of my, like everything looks crisp to me on my TV, but there are people saying that they are not getting 4K, even though they're paying for 4K. So no wonder people are pirating, because it's like, we're fine. Like people are fine paying money to watch these things. But when you have, well, and I think it's more, it's more cost effective for Netflix to create their own series than to pay for the rights for all these other series and stuff. And like, I get that, but there must be another island of this place that I don't know about. Because I mean, I just got here and I saw the sewers. Binge watching Lost or 24 was a special time in the mid to late 2000s. I agree. Or like Battlestar Galactica. That's what we binged on Netflix. We loved it. I legitimately I thought I came to the Proto Dome. Like I remember coming from the end of time or whatever to the Proto Dome and then coming out and like, I remember the sewer. Where was the sewer? Oh, I've heard good things about the pit. I had never even heard of it until like 2 weeks ago. I have gotten lost and misdirected not by anybody in chat or anything, but just like the game has been really confusing today. And maybe it's because my brain is smooth today and I've just had a hard time, but like that's the only place to travel to right? The Proto Dome? Shoot, that's not what I meant to do. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year. Michael. Oh, very funny. Michael. Oh yeah, and then Netflix had The Office forever, and then they lost it, and Netflix saw a huge drop in viewership after that. I don't know. It's like I'm I mean, the reality is, it's like they want us to pay to watch their stuff, but they don't want to give us good stuff to watch, and they seem to forget their little... Netflix released the first half of season 5 of Stranger Things. It was great, and it cost $480 million. Wow, oh my gosh. So then if... So then if that's how much it costs them to make a season of their show, is it actually more expensive for them to be copywriting all these other... Here's another thing that bothers me too, is I don't watch sports, but my dad loves watching college football. He loves watching BYU football. Oh, did I open a new timeline with this? Wait. Did this one open? Was this one new? Oh, have I not been here? And so he was like, I just really want to watch college football. I just really want to watch college football. And oh, that's right. I knew there was one in a forest somewhere. And, wait. Open glade ahead, just so you know. Okay, well, that doesn't do me any good. Anyway, he asked me how to watch BYU football, and he was like, I don't know how to watch BYU football. Sporting is like the worst, because in order to watch all the different games, you have to pay for like 4 different things. And my dad's like, all I want to watch is BYU football. And I said, well, can't you watch it on BYU TV? And he was like, no, they don't put... BYU TV is a free app that the church basically puts out. But apparently the games aren't broadcast live on BYU TV. You can watch them later, but you can't watch them live. And so I decided to do a little digging. And with the help of ChatGPT, I was like, what is the easiest way for my dad to watch BYU football? And I thought it was going to be like, oh, simple. You blah, 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 blah. No, there are like 30 different things my dad has to do. And I'm not joking. It's like 20 to 30 different things my dad has to do, and sign up for things, and like have like monthly passes to this and monthly streaming services to that, all just to watch BYU college football, even though he lives in Utah. So the sporting thing is one thing. And then you have like the movies and all that stuff. And then you have these streaming services putting out lower quality stuff. Obviously that's a caveat, but there's a caveat. Is that the right word? Obviously it's not everything they put out that's crappy. It's, there are certainly some things like Stranger Things, and, they've obviously put out some good things, but for the most part, they put out pretty subpar stuff. And so I don't understand how there isn't a service, and granted, I don't know how all of this works, but I don't understand how there isn't a service where you get to just pay for the channels you want. Like if you want to watch HGTV and the Food Network, and then you also want to watch like HBO, and then you also want to watch Disney, have the Disney Channel, and then you also want to watch, but like pay per channel. I don't understand why they all have to be in like little packages, because the packages, actually, they're not little, they're giant. They put them in these packages where you get like 10 of the channels you want, but then you have like 50 that you don't want. And so you're paying for all this extra stuff that you don't even want. I don't understand. I don't understand how we don't just get to... Like, if you are looking for but I also feel like, who's looking for channels? I don't know. Like, are people even watching real TV right now? Or are they just watching, like, we don't have TV channels. Are we just watching TV? Or like, are we just watching movies? Like, my girls just watch Disney Plus. But now Disney Plus, you can't even get Disney Plus without Hulu. Now you have to get Disney Plus with Hulu. And then they advertise for the most adult things on Disney Plus because it's combined with Hulu. And I'm like, can you not give your, like, the scariest ads on my child's, like... Okay, so I'm confused because when I very first got here, I came through that Protodome. And there was a sewer. There was an abandoned sewer. I do not see an abandoned sewer anywhere around here. But I just saw it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the VOD. Figure out where the heck I'm going. Because at this point... Oh wait, what's that down there? I think that's it. Maybe. Or look for someone hijacking a third world YouTuber's channel broadcasting the game. Some have said. Oh wait, that's not where I want to go. I am not paying attention. My brain has left the game. Like, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing right now. And I can't even express why. I don't know. I'm trying to focus on too many things at one time. I don't know what's going on in my brain, but I have never pirated TV. I've never pirated movies, anything like that. I have emulated games a long time ago, but like, I get why people do it. It's like, I understand. We all seem to understand the problem. It's the big executives at Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and all that stuff that don't seem to understand the problem. It's like, why would you raise your prices for us to pay for less stuff that isn't as good? No wonder everybody's mad. And then you're like, why are our profits falling? I'm like, well, oh, that's it over. Wait. Oh, I know. I was thinking site 16 was site 32. Okay, I know my issue here. I understand. So, like, I don't mind paying for a streaming service, but if I'm going to pay for a streaming service, then I should be able to have, well, and then there's the whole idea of, like, at first it was like, you know, you don't ever have to watch a single ad. But now they're raising prices on all the streaming services and you still watch ads. So we've just come full circle because now everybody's like packaging things together and everything. It's the same thing. My brain has stopped working, but I understand why. I understand what happened. I thought this was site 32 where I had to race the guy again. I forgot that I'd like run through this place and I'm being very, I am not being careful, but potions are not going to do me a whole lot of good when I've got like 400 plus life. Dang it. I made to run into a rock. Dang. It's like, I'm willing to pay. I just want to be able to watch what I don't like the idea of being like, we're paying for Netflix and Netflix has a Jurassic Park. Awesome. And then 6 months later, it's like, just kidding. We're not going to have Jurassic Park anymore. Sorry. Why can't all the streaming services just offer? Well, no, I was going to say, why can't they just all offer the same thing? But they can't because then there's no there has to be some sort of competition, right? Somebody has to offer something that someone else doesn't offer, because if everybody offered the same thing, how would people, you know? There are so many things that can be described as the problem is obvious to us, but the CEOs are so out of touch. Yeah, because that's called cable. Yep, we've come full circle. It's wild. Outer Wilds. Really? What happens if I just chop? You know what? I don't have time for that. We'll just do lightning too. I know it's all coming back to like what we had with cable. But again, I don't understand why there isn't, like, Sling TV used to claim that it was like you pick what you want to watch and we'll give you that channel. And so my stepdad was the same way as my dad. He wanted to watch sports. And so they were paying, my mom was trying to cut down on finances or, like, you know, figure out her finances. And I was trying to help her take down some of her costs. And I was like, you guys are paying like $90 a month for television. Why? And she was like, because Michael wants to watch wants to watch sports. And I was like, so he has to pay $90 to watch sports? That's bananas. And so we did all this searching and looking into different channels and things like that. And I was like, well, apparently there's this thing called Sling TV where you can just pay for what you want. And that is not true. It wasn't so much. They had packages, but their packages were a little smaller. So it was more like you got 20 channels instead of like 50 channels of stuff that you weren't going to actually watch. And it didn't solve our problem. It still didn't solve our problem. He still, like, they only allowed him to watch like a certain amount of sports or something. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't understand it. What I agree with Scarecrow. I feel like most of it is that it's like CEOs do not have to struggle with any of this because they make a bazillion dollars and they are not living on the same like planet as we are. And so to them, they're like, well, we just don't understand. We just don't get it. Why are we losing people? And we're all sitting here making hundreds of YouTube videos. Like I'm not, but I've seen them out there. Hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of YouTube videos of people being like, this is the problem. And the CEOs are like, that's just a misery. I don't know. I have no idea. And I totally get that. You know, we all have to take a moment to look at our finances and you know, there are obviously things people can cut out, like expensive games and stuff. And I know that there's been a lot of discussion about games and about how expensive they are and all that stuff. And I know that I don't want to say a soft topic, but it's like it's a sensitive topic for a lot of people. But the reality is, as we get older, like when we were kids, hundreds versus millions, true. When we were kids, our parents were buying us these things. And our parents were sacrificing probably a lot to buy us these things. I think of my parents getting my brother and my sister. Like my sister did they get my sister a GameCube? I never asked for a game console, but getting my sister a GameCube, getting my brother a PlayStation, you know, things like that. I remember Mactastic talking about his mom scraping together enough money to get him a Super Nintendo for his birthday. And he you know, all he wanted was that Super Nintendo, but he understood that it was probably not going to happen. And his mom pulled a miracle and was able to get one and waited in line for like hours and everything. And he said, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget what my mom did for me. You know, these are big sacrifices. And now all of a sudden we are finding ourselves in that same position where we now are of the age where we have the kids that we are sacrificing for, but not only that, but we're those kids that wanted those games. And so we want games for ourselves too. And we don't have parents that are just gifting us those games anymore. And we have to pay for all that stuff on our own. And it sucks. It's a crappy realization to be like, I can't afford my hobby as much as when I was younger, because when I was younger, I wasn't paying for, or when you were younger and you were like 16 and you had a job, you could buy the games that you wanted because you had no bills. It's like you maybe had a cell phone bill, maybe put gas in your car. Like that's what I paid for when I was like 16, but I didn't have a power bill. I didn't have a mortgage. I wasn't paying rent. I wasn't paying any of that stuff. And money can save pretty fast if you don't have to pay a whole bunch of bills. And so I'm not necessarily angry that games are more expensive, because I understand that everything is going to be more expensive and that prices are going to keep increasing because video games cost a lot of money to make. I just have to kind of be realistic about my game purchasing like choices and be like, you know what, that's not what I'm going to do this year, or wait for Christmas or wait for my birthday or something, because those games they may go away someday, but they're not going anywhere anytime soon. So I'm just kind of like, well, I guess I just have to wait on that one, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing to be ashamed of in saying that's just not in my budget this month, you know, especially the more expensive they get. But Sword Art's right. If people are angry about like the prices of games and stuff and they want to actually make a difference, then everybody has to stop buying the games at these exorbitant prices. But at the same time, that's never going to happen, because there will always be people that are willing to pay those prices because they either have more money or they're willing to go into debt for it, or they're just careless with their spending. I am not careless with my spending. And so to me, it does not make sense to put a game on a credit card or put a game on like Klarna and pay for it in 4 installments that they'll charge you astronomical interest rates or late fees or whatever if you don't pay it off, you know? That's not a financially smart decision. But if you have the money for it, great. But not everybody does. So I don't know. It's not, when it comes to like streaming services and stuff, it's like, it's not about not paying. It's the fact that I don't feel like I'm getting my money's worth anymore because there's nothing on Netflix I want to watch right now. I've watched my fill of K-pop Demon Hunters and there's nothing that I want to watch anymore. I can't watch season 5 of Stranger Things because I couldn't even handle seasons 3 or 4. So it's like, okay, I know they have a lot of stuff, but like, I don't have the time to sit and go through and do all the research and figure out all the things that I should watch or whatever. And I don't watch TV a lot anyway. So it's like, that's not worth it to me. The things that are worth it to me are probably Disney Plus for Auden, but that comes with Hulu, which Charlotte likes to watch stuff on. And then, yeah, I think Charlotte watches stuff on Hulu and Auden watches stuff on Disney Plus, and that's it for us. Yeah, and there are people that do think it's worth it, which is totally fine. But I think we can agree that if you're going to go into debt over a video game, that's not a financially smart decision. Even if you feel like I really want this game and I deserve it, going into debt for a video game is not wise. It's just not. But anyway, we had Netflix for a while and we watched K-pop Demon Hunters and it was great and we loved it and we watched it. But then I feel like my girls kind of exhausted all the things and we're starting to rewatch things. And I was like, okay, we're one of those families that kind of jumps around streaming services. We don't have all of them. We usually only have like one at a time. And then we watch all the things we want to watch. And then inevitably they either take them away or we've watched them all. And we're like, okay, we kind of feel like we've hit that brick wall and it's time to jump to something else. When Auden starts watching Bluey for like the umpteenth time, I'm like, well, but Disney Plus is good for Auden because it's got so much kid-friendly stuff. I actually think Arrival is on Paramount right now. But once again, obviously, these are all just my opinions, and I'm not telling anybody how to live their lives. People can do what they want, and people can make the decisions that they want. And certain people feel like certain things are worth it, and certain people don't. And we had this discussion when they announced the Switch 2, and when everybody was up in arms about how much it cost and how much Mario Kart World, I can't ever remember that. However much, how much the Mario game cost. People were arguing about it and they were so mad. And, I remember we had a big discussion about it and it was like, well, yay! I had to stop and think about it. And I just remember being like, well, I make one big game purchase a year, probably. Like, I will buy Metroid Prime 4. And then I don't know what the big game purchase was this year. Was it Rebirth in February for my birthday? No, I didn't get anything for my birthday. I have a media server. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember Chiron saying that. Yep, there's that as well. But it's just kind of like, I don't know. I really wish things weren't the way that they are. And I get it. Video games are expensive to make. Like, I totally understand it. So I'm not up in arms about it, but I can understand why some people are. But I also feel like it's really easy to say, I feel like it's really easy to be like, well, I can't afford all the games I want. And it's like, okay, but you can't play them all at the same time anyway. So you've got all of us have this massive backlog. Like, there's time. It's okay. You can buy things later and nobody's asking you to buy all the games that you want all at the same time, right? You can chip away at it, especially with like Steam sales and Deku deals and all that stuff. You can chip away at it. Also, Chain likes to spend my money with things like that. I bought Arrival for $5 on Voodoo. Yeah. I got my Super Mario Kart Wonder 64 World with my Switch 2 and still haven't played it. And then, of course, there's that. There's the fact that we're all adults. And unfortunately, well, I don't know if we're all adults. I don't know how old everybody is in chat. But the older you get, the less time you get to play video games and the more selective you have to be about your video games. And it can still be a hobby, but like, no longer am I in the position where I can just sink hundreds of hours into a game and you know, because I'm limited on my time, and it's not going to be like that forever though. My kids aren't going to be little forever. Like it's not going to be like that forever. And so that also plays into it. Is it's like, yeah, you know, it used to be that when we were all younger, we had time to just come home from school and just play games, you know, but now it's like you got a lot more things that you got to do, and you have way less time. And so you got to prioritize more. And that's why I haven't felt up in arms about video game prices. Cause I'm like, I mean, I make like one big game purchase a year. Metroid Prime, and then I can't remember what it was this year. I'll have to look back. I would say it was Silksong, but Silksong was $20. I don't think this year I've spent $70 on a game. Last year it was Rebirth. The year before it was Horizon Forbidden West, and the year before I think it was Remake. AI will be taking our jobs, so it's all good. We'll have plenty of time to play. AI may take some jobs, not all jobs though. I don't believe AI will take all jobs. I spent too many Steam sales just acquiring games because they were on the cheap. I literally can't get through all of them. Yeah, see, like everybody, I think a lot of people are in that same situation where it's like they just have so many games because they're on sale. And, you know, guys, oftentimes men give women a hard time for being like, why did you buy that? And they're like, well, it was on sale. And he's like, well, yeah, but you didn't need it, but it was on sale. Gamers can be the same way. Well, I probably don't have time to play this, but I'm going to buy it anyway, you know, and then our backlogs are filled with like hundreds of games that we got for cheap, but we're never going to make it through them. Zelda and Metroid are usually my only full price game purchases. Yeah, Zelda, Metroid. I have Claire Expedition or Claire Obscure or whatever on my wish list. I am not in any hurry to buy it. Oh, I think I did. You know what? I paid full price for Astrobot, but I had a $5 Best Buy coupon. So I used my $5 Best Buy coupon. But yeah, I basically paid. And I felt like Astrobot was 100% worth it. Hey, you're not wearing any shirt.
That's because
Oh, that's because you're hungry. This means it's time for me to say goodbye to my friends. When you come in and tell me that the timer goes off, that means it's time for me to say goodbye to my friend. I spend money on my hobbies and he spends money on his hobbies. It evens out. It's true. It is true. Anders' hobby just happens to also be his job. Hey, you can't sit there and watch that because you're going to be distracting, so you need to go out. But this is going to be it for me today, folks. So I will be back tomorrow. I apologize for today, even though that is true. I was thinking back on my head. I was thinking back. I was like, what games have I streamed? What games have I played? I was absolutely blessed. I got to experience Super Mario Wonder. And that was a twofer because I liked it and Charlotte loved it. So we got twofer out of that. And yeah, so it just removed the tax. I paid full price. And then I've got to go back through my VODs and see what I streamed all this year because I can't remember. You know what I can do? I can go to my YouTube studio and look at my playlists. Let's see, I played Spyro. Oh, Final Fantasy X. Nope, didn't pay full price. That was gifted. Astrobot. That was full price. That's right, Skyward Sword. That was another. Skyward Sword was another one that I got for. I think it was my birthday. Let's see, Rayman Legends, Ghost Trick, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Ghost Trick was also a gift. Arise was a gift. I think I paid for Cocoon. Metroid Fusion was a Nintendo Switch Online, which was very kindly gifted by Sword Art. Oh, these are all just in... Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to go through and look because I don't even remember all the games that I've played. I tried to watch your first Chrono Trigger episode and it said something about it. Yeah, so it's the music that plays on the map. Every time I upload a VOD to YouTube, I get a copyright claim. every single time. And it's only that music, that really like cutesy music that plays when you're walking around on the map over by Lean Square. Isn't that funny? It's only that section, nothing else. It's the weirdest thing. So, I mean, I don't know. I tried watching it on my Shield Android TV and got an error. My wife said you probably sing too well. I don't think it was a kazoo song or my singing, because every time I upload, I get a copyright, not a strike, but a copyright claim. Let me see what it says. It always says, because I've got my Chrono Trigger ones, like, it's called Peaceful Days. Every single Chrono Trigger one, every single Chrono Trigger VOD that I've uploaded to my YouTube channel has a copyright claim for only that song. It's very odd. I did get a copyright claim for a kazoo version of Titanic, though. Okay. I gotta go pick up groceries. This is gonna be it for me today. I feel like I was totally off today. I don't know why. I had a hard time focusing. Some days are just like that. I don't know. I have a lot on my mind. And I was really confused around with like the storyline. I did not know where to go, but I was only like half paying attention. I don't know. So anyway, I also haven't been sleeping super well, so I feel like that's probably part of it. I feel like we also had some great conversations today. I love the fact that we can also, not only can we play games and experience fun games together and have some really silly times, but we can also have really meaningful, deep conversations about, you know, big topics, and that everybody's respectful. And obviously I know that not everybody here shares the same opinion as me. And I respect that, and I'm totally fine with that. I just appreciate everybody being respectful toward everybody else, regardless of whatever anybody's opinions are. I think that's one of the greatest things about this community, is that we can, like I said, have a really good time and be silly together, but then we can have these, you know, big conversations. Or like the conversation we had the other day about that kid, that stoner kid I had a crush on. And, you know, there's some moments of vulnerability, and I try to be as real as possible. I don't want to just be like this fake online persona, because that's not real. That's not who I am. Like, I've struggled with things in my life. I've made some poor choices in my life. And if my experiences can help someone else not make a bad decision, awesome. If I can, or if somebody here, or if I can uplift someone with something I say, wonderful. That is one of the biggest reasons I stream. So, but I'll be back tomorrow. And so everybody enjoy the rest of your day or your night, wherever you are. And just remember how important you are and how much you matter. And just choose kindness, because you never know. You never know what people are going through. And you know what? I think Stixel has learned what my ending monologue is, because she comes in here at the end of my stream every day. I think she can tell. Oh yeah, and then tomorrow we're doing a guess the game scene, and I'm super excited. From what I understand, let's see, let me look. Yay, my Walmart pickup is ready. Big shout out to Scarecrow for putting together these little polls. I appreciate it so much. It takes it off of my plate, my already very busy plate. One of them has 4 votes, so that's probably the one we'll end up doing tomorrow. So I'm excited. It'll be great. So you guys are all great. Stay excellent. Thank you for your patience with me getting up and down. And I just feel like today was one of those crazy days where, I don't know, maybe you guys felt like the stream was okay, but I feel like it was chaos and it was nuts. A calm chaos, but still, I feel like I was in like 800 different places. So I'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully everybody enjoys the rest of their day wherever you are, or your night. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, as always, for your support. And if you would like a t-shirt order, I don't have a storefront up yet because the weather's been terrible and I haven't been able to take any good pictures, but I have a pinned comment in the Discord with my email address that you can email me and basically give me your order for a t-shirt anyway. That's in the Discord. Should just be in the general channel. So thank you guys for everything you do, and I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye guys, bye. See you later. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. It's not over. It's not done till it's not over till it's... What?